news tonight. Nigeria Senate commends FCT administration for effective handling of COVID-19 in the territory. FCT Police Command parades another gang of car snatching syndicates. And earlier primary school Karamajiji gets new blocks of classrooms, courtesy of a philanthropic organization. Hello and welcome to NTA Channel 5 News at 7. I am Miriam Emekamadi. We start with the update on COVID-19. Figures from the Nigerian Center for Disease Control, NCDC, as at 1st December 2020 indicate 64 new cases of COVID-19 in the FCT, making the total number of confirmed cases to be 6,868, while active cases stand at 722, and the number of discharged cases in the territory now stand at 6,063, and sadly, 83 deaths have so far been recorded in the Federal Capital Territory. The Nigerian Senate has lauded the FCT administration for effective handling of coronavirus pandemic in the territory, as Minister of the FCT, Muhammad Musa Bello, disclosed that his administration has spent 28.5 billion naira to tackle the virus, especially during the lockdown. The minister disclosed this while presenting the revised 2020 budget before the members of the Senate Committee on FCT. Shuaibu Onoza Yakubu tells us more.
FCT Minister Muhammad Musa Bello revealed that the fund was spent on provision of security services and palliatives for indigent residents, as well as assisting neighboring states who were in distress. He solicited for the review of the FCT budget to reflect the realities on ground with respect to COVID-19 pandemic, as the administration realized 136 billion naira from various sources, representing 54% of the 232.8 billion naira earlier projected.
The investment done in the FCT healthcare system to a large extent also supported our surrounding states, because really when people are confronted with disease like this, you don't really bother from where they come from. Once they come to your facilities, you are taken care of.
Chairman of the Senate Committee on FCT, Abubakar Kyari, commended FCT administration over its handling of the COVID-19 outbreak, saying that the prediction from the Western countries were glooming for the country.
We as a committee appreciate the efforts that you and the team carried out. The health sector, the palliative, the fumigation, and the security agencies that, especially the task force.
Kyari also requested that the FCT 2021 budget should be prepared and submitted early enough for quick passage to meet up with the January to December budget implementation cycle. Shuaibu Onoze Yakubu, NTA News.
To meet the development objective and needs of countries, there is a need to put in place various mechanisms that ensure effective and efficient service delivery with overall improvement of the quality of life of the citizenry. As Tanimo Williams report that this was the focus of a two-day workshop on mainstreaming national capital accounting into Nigeria's national development plans, organized by Environment for Development in partnership with the University of Nigeria, Nsukka.
This gathering brings experts and key environmental players in Nigeria on a quest for sustainable management of our natural resources and capital, which requires the adoption of a governance approach that accounts for the impacts of economic development on natural resources and environmental impact assessment to strengthen the nation's economy.
In the first place, this economy is based purely on natural resources. Okay, if you start from oil, you start from gold, start from what you get from the forest, everything. This economy, is a rural economy. It hasn't moved to the next stage. But the point we are making and the essence of these meetings that we've been holding is to ensure that these resources are properly accounted for and preserved.
Generally, globally, the system of environmental economic accounts is what many countries are practicing. And so that's what we want Nigeria also to key into.
To succeed in this, the Environment for Development thinks that this imperative evidence-based policy, development and decision-making is deployed for an integrated information gathering and high-quality statistics.
It is important when we are doing our budget and everything, how much is our resources worth? How much can we really get from it? And how much can we manage it to generate it more and produce more for us as a nation?
Leadership is important, and most of the technical problems can be solved. There are methods and data which can be used. It won't be perfect, but it will certainly be better than nothing.
Academically speaking, the University of Nigeria, Nsukka, suggests that there is need for strengthening national capacities of developing countries like Nigeria for sustained, regular production of priority sets of environmental statistics, environmental economic accounts, and the resulting indicators in order to measure progress towards conservation of natural resources for sustainable development. Asabe Tenemu Williams, NTA News.
And the Security Commissioner of Police, FCT, Bala Chiroma, says the command has deployed police personnel massively to flashpoints in the territory with the vehicular and foot patrols to fight crime in the approaching Christmas and New Year celebrations and beyond. He made the disclosure while parading some suspects arrested for various crimes across the territory. Ilyasu Onotu Yakubu has details.
31 suspects were paraded for alleged crimes, with carjacking syndicates dominating the pool. And German's Toyota Camry was stolen on a Thursday in Jabi area of the territory and was tracked to a village in Kano State, where the vehicle was recovered by operatives of the police.
I can say genuinely there's been a perception change. I'm a youth, and with all that's been happening in the country, but with my personal experience with them, I don't think we should write them off.
Uzo Chukwu Michael and John Aifa belong to a 7-man carjacking syndicate. They were arrested by the command just as Godslove John, 36, was arrested along beggar axis for allegedly extorting money from people with a fake promise of recruiting them into an organization named Traffic Watch.
I have an invitation from Canada that I wanted to go, so I wanted to raise money.
Commissioner of Police Bala Chiroma said the command is constantly raiding black spots through intelligence-based policing and surveillance.
I want to use this medium to guarantee FCT residents of the command's unwavering commitment towards the protection of lives and property within the Federal Capital Territory.
Countdown to the Yuletide season is on, but the command is using this moment to reaffirm its stand on the subsisting order against the use of fireworks by residents. In Abuja, Ilyasu Onotu Yakubu, NTA News.
The Ministerial Tax Team on Transportation and Other Public Nuisance says it will commence prosecution of commercial motorcycle operators known as Okada riders in the FCT, especially those plying the popular Kubwa Expressway. Hawa Gimba reports.
It will be recalled that the FCT Special Ministerial Task Force on Transportation and Other Public Nuisance was on a 6-month sensitization campaign to Lugbe to speak with Okada riders on the need to stop operations on the popular busy expressway. This action again is being carried out at Kubwa Expressway to sensitize the motorcycle operators on the need to stay clear the expressway. Speaking to NTA crew, Field Coordinator FCT Ministerial Task Force on Transportation and Other Public Nuisance, Peter Olumuji, says anybody caught patronizing motorcycle operators will be found wanting for abating and abating the legal operations on the expressway by the riders.
They have designated places they are supposed to operate, and which they were operating. Keke Napep was brought into Kubwa and they were operating smoothly.
Representatives from the Police Command and Directorate of Vehicle Inspection Office welcomed the collaboration to rid the highway of motorcycle operators.
The show of force is to show the public that the security agencies and the task force on the ban on Okada is still very much around.
The sensitization campaign is to last 6 months. Hawagimba, NTA News.
On education, 2 blocks of classrooms and over 60 units of 3-seater tables with chairs have been handed over to earlier primary school administration in Kalmajiji community of the FCT to create more conducive academic environment for both pupils and teachers. Amira Muhammad, who witnessed the event, reports that the act of humanitarian service was provided by a philanthropic organization.
The need for quality education cannot be overemphasized, as education is key to greatness, especially when it comes to the empowerment of both the boy and girl child in the society. In order to make sure that the students at LEA Karamajiji Primary School have a conducive learning environment, an additional new block of 2 classrooms was constructed and furnitured.
My community has been, the children, even if you can follow around the classes, you will see more than 150 per classroom. And MBC has done a lot to this community.
I think it's a wonderful development. I think that's the best thing that any company can do as a part of its corporate social responsibility.
In response to this gesture, the teachers and students bear their minds on the latest developments as they describe it as a saving grace, which will enable them teach and learn in a more comfortable premises.
I feel good, I feel happy. Now that they have built new classes, now we just only need new teachers because the children are very plenty.
I feel glad, I feel happy because since we resumed in this section that we are observing COVID-19 guidelines, we are not finding it easy.
The project was donated by a private company through a corporate social responsibility program aimed at supporting education and youth empowerment for Karamajiji community. Amira Muhammad, NTA News.
Molfix pants with anatomic fit technology. New Molfix pants, inspired by babies.
And on the sports scene, Super Falcons captain Aziza Toshuala has been nominated for UEFA Fans Women of the Year as the crisis rocking the Nigerian Professional Football League side, Sunshine Stars, deepens following late preparations for the 2020-2021 season. Abdullahi Suleimani Yaji has more on Sports Brief.
Super Falcons captain Aziza Toshuala is one of the 50 nominees for the UEFA Fans Women's Team of the Year 2020. The list was revealed by Europe's football governing body, UEFA. The 26-year-old, who had scored twice in league appearances for Barcelona ladies this season, is the only African shortlisted among the 50 women nominated by UEFA. Toshuala is competing with 2 of her Barcelona teammates, PSG, Lyon, Arsenal, Chelsea, Wolfsburg and Juventus player for one of the striking positions in the team of the year. Back home, Sunshine Stars Football Club have been faced with some setbacks in readiness for the new Nigeria Professional Football League season, with reports of uncertainty surrounding the future of some of their players due to unpaid salaries, prompting a boycott of camp since October, when they were expected to return to commence training for the league. Meanwhile, latest from the Champions League indicate that Bayern Munich frustrated Atletico Madrid's chances of securing a place in the last 16 with a 1-1 draw as Porto qualified for the Champions League last 16. For Sports Brief, Abdullahi Suleimani Aji, NTA News.
And just before we go, as the second wave of coronavirus ravages more countries around the world, please wash your hands, often with soap and water, for at least 20 seconds, especially after you've been in a public place. And that's it. An English translation is next. Do stay with us.
Peppermint soft, babies are comfy. Peppermint's dry, babies don't cry. It's economic, that's fantastic. Peppermint's a barrier, babies are happier. Peppermint's elastic, babies feel fantastic. And did I ever tell you about its price? It's economic and that's really nice. Good price, more smiles. Peppermint's more smiles. Good price, more smiles.
Dermatologically tested Bevan Baby Diapers makes babies happy with elastic side bands, breathable external layers, barrier to help prevent leakage, and makes families happy with its affordable price.
Agbaje shaje wo wona bubafa we wona ye yido wanja mi wo ya ye usia yiwa na ba shaba da wo mo president fa yiba wo ba ba eyikin agaloko senator da bala wala wo eyikin zina minister Mohammed Musa Bello ntoto manai wajin wo ejin ikize da yakwa na corona nge nyasa sai minister wa ba da ba yakwa ikize na tutu bai uku agiyo lo nge abila shiba che mama pastor atun Shabon Yakubu wada ga minister we da da ko sanu we be ga nge asanito eye abamushi akise denya lo nge abila taje won ba che tushi tache aba pasete mo shegbaje da ga lokonya nge Abubakar Kari wada nge minister ku tutu managing ikize da ko ti kwa biegibo nga wolo mpepie walo be na abamushi eye we wenya na ba atwa agodo na ba managing ikize da akizeta abuse bida zana gman ye balachiro mawada nge bala abuse bida tete je ku ya zuba ina bui ache gna peye nge aza anukwe je ba shi bo ba shi batnuto na ba sun kuna banukwe je na do na banukwe je na ansa ya kwen yi lefi Christmas ayo fo asa na ye wewen Ilias onote Yakubu wada nge zana gman ye be da bade kwen sanu ngwe wo ahwi enba wi amato ahwi amato wi shi tache gbe na bo won bo wi mato njabi ala won ko na nkanu na do na hwi ba la ba na aza ko che gbe ba ga ba tutu ba gwaza ji ba be wa shi we na ga za he la weche aka azanu ko we anabaja jesidai nge egbedohu tige gwamnati nyanku ayaku mi ogwamba na do na asase enya shit nine na anya ajei baiga nge abi anya ba mutu ba nkololo karma jije yin badai nge ba shi bade kwin na bai pache nge karma jije abi nu bwa mbaba chewe ba nya ba mutu ntu eyi abi ajegi bo nkiye amera nge Muhammad wadai nge anya hwia dudu gbadagunye tuga gwamnati nyan bana bai mashin ko ga inge abiye bayin na ya baba ya ko na ba kwace gwamnati bwa na do na akarma jiji baba chewe ina anya aba mutu ntu nge ya bwa ajeji ina soko gbogbo ntu ya baba magbaje ana bai ku zai be ja da wo su shekwa su yi sai su
I'm happy
Molfix pants with anatomic fit technology. New Molfix pants, inspired by babies.
Jama'a barkanmu da warhaka ga fasaran takaitattun labarai mai karantawa Shuaibu Onoze Yakubu. Yan majalisar dattijai sun yaba da ministan birnin tarayya Abuja Muhammad Musa Bello akan kokari da rawa da ya taka akan yakan cutar coronavirus, inda ministan ya ce hukumarsa ta kashe zunzurutun kudi naira biliyon 28.5 akan cutar. Ministan ya ce an kashe waɗannan makudan kudaden ne akan harkokin tsaro da tallafi na kayayyakin abinci ga mazaunan birnin da sauran jihohi da ke da bukata. Shugaban kwamiti na Abuja a majalisar dattijan, Sanata Abubakar Kyari, ya yaba sosai da kokari da 'yan kwamitin nan da ministan ya nada akan yakan cutar corona, akan rawa da suka taka musamman a lokacin zaman killacewa cikin birnin. Kwamishinan 'yan sandan Abuja Bala Ciroma ya sanar cewa hukumarsa ya jibge jami'ansa a wurare daban-daban cikin birnin domin tunkaho miyagun mutane da ke da niyyar tada zaune tsaye. Miyagun mutanen da ke da niyyar tada zaune tsaye kuwa lokacin bukukuwan Kirsimeti ne na sabon shekara. Kwamishinan ya sanar da haka ne a lokacin da aka bayyana da waɗansu miyagun mutane 31 da aka kama. Wakilinmu Iliyasu Onotu Yakubu ya kawo rahoto cewa jami'an 'yan sandan sun yi nasarar kwato wata mota kiran Camry wadda aka sace a Jabi kuma aka gano a wani ƙauye a can jihar Kano, inda kwamishinan ya sha alwashin fito na fito da miyagun mutane cikin birnin. Makarantar firamare na gwamnati da ke Karmajiji ta sami tallafi daga wata kungiya mai zaman kanta ta hanyar gina sabbin ajujuwa da kujeru domin inganta rayuwar ɗalibai da na malamai. Wakiliyarmu Amira Muhammad ta kawo rahoto cewa ɗaliban makarantar sun nuna godiya da wannan tallafi da aka yi masu, wanda suka ce ya zo a lokacin da suke bukatun wannan tallafi da zai inganta fannin ilimin yara manyan gobe. Jama'a, abin da ya sauka kenan, mu kwana lafiya.
Nnọọ n'akụkọ ụwa nke uhuruchi a, aha m bụ Rachel Ifi Ono. Tọọ ntị n'ala nara anyị akụkọ anyị ji bịa n'uhuruchi a. Minista n'isi ala anyị Muhammad Musa Bello mere ka ọhaneze mata na gọọmenti isi ala anyị emefuola ọtụtụ ego n'ihe banyere nchekwebe ndụ na akụ na ụba nakwa ndị iti aka n'obi maka nje korona. Onye ọrụ anyị Shuaibu Onoze Yakubu wetara akụkọ na ya bụ minista kpọkukwara ụlọọrụ omebe iwu ka ha nyochagharịa usoro mmefu ego nke afọ 2020 n'ihi na mkpochi maka nje korona eriela ọtụtụ ego. Ebe onye isi oche na ya bụ ụlọọrụ omebe iwu Abubakar Kyari toro gọọmenti isi ala anyị ma rịọkwa ka ha kwado usoro mmefu ego nke afọ 2021 n'oge. Dịka mmemme ekeresimesi nakwa nke afọ ọhụụ na-akpụdebe nso, onyeisi ndị uwe ojii n'isi ala anyị Bala Ciroma mere ka anyị mata na ha ewepụtara imirikiti ndị uwe ojii ichekwebe ndụ na akụnụba n'oge ya bụ ememe nakwa ọganihu. Onye ọla Elias Onotu Yakubu wetara akụkọ na ya bụ onyeisi ndị uwe ojii mere ka nke a pụta ìhè mgbe ha kpọgharịrị ọtụtụ ndị omekome n'isi ala anyị. O mekwara ka anyị mata na ha ejidela ọtụtụ ndị gụnyere Godsluck John, gbara afọ 36 bụ onye ọrụ ya bụ ịnara ndị mmadụ ego ma kwee ha nkwa inye ha ọrụ akpọrọ traffic watch. Ndị nkụzi na ụmụ akwụkwọ LEA Karamajiji egosipụtara obi ụtọ ha n'ihi ụlọ akwụkwọ otu na-abụghị nke gọọmenti wuru na ya bụ ime obodo. Onye ụlọ Amira Mohammed wetara akụkọ na ha wuru ụlọ abụọ maka agụmakwụkwọ ma nyekwa ha oche na tebụl karịrị 60. Ọ gbakwunyekwara na ha mere nke a iji nyere ndị nkụzi aka ịkụzi nke ọma, ebe ụmụ akwụkwọ na ndị nkụzi gosipụtara obi ụtọ ha ma kwuo na nke a ga-eme ka nkụzi na ọmụmụ gaa nke ọma. Onye ọma na-ege ntị, ọ gwụkwala ka ọ ha anyị n'ọnụ bụ akụkọ ụwa nke uhuruchi a. Chebirikwa anyị n'oge anyị chi niile. Ndewo.
Kalẹ̀ o ẹ̀sìnkú dédé wòyí ìròyìn iléeṣẹ́ amóhùnmáwòrán ìkànnì karùn-ún ti ìlú Àbújá ló ń dé sí etí ìgbọ̀nyín. Mobọ́lájí Mátì ni oníròyìn. Ilé ìgbìmọ̀ asòfin àgbà ti gbé òṣùbà fún ìjọba ìlú Àbújá lórí bí ó ti gbógun ti àjàkálẹ̀ àrùn COVID-19 lórígun mẹ́rin ìlú Àbújá. Alákòjọpọ̀ ìròyìn Ṣùáìbù Rántí Yakubu ròyìn wípé òṣùbà ọ̀hún wáyé lásìkò tí ó túṣu délẹ̀ lórí bí ó ti ná nǹkan bíi 300 bílíọ̀nù náírà lórí àjàkálẹ̀ àrùn ọ̀hún, pàápàá lásìkò ètò ìjókòsílé ní iwájú àjọ ìgbìmọ̀ tó ń rí sí ọ̀rọ̀ ìlú Àbújá ní aláṣẹ Bello ti gbé ètò ọ̀hún kalẹ̀ fún àyè àtúnyẹ̀wò. Alága àjọ ìgbìmọ̀ ọ̀hún Abubakar Kyari wá pè fún ètò ìṣúná owó ti ọdún tó ń bọ̀ kí ó lè bá àkókò mu. Alákòóso ọlọ́pàá ìlú Àbújá Balaji Roma sọ wípé ọgbà ọ̀hún ti fún àwọn agbófinró yíká àwọn agbègbè ẹlẹgẹ́, bẹ́ẹ̀ sì ni ọkọ̀ ìwọ́de ń bẹ káàkiri pẹ̀lú àwọn agbófinró tó ń rìn yíká láti gbógun ti ìwà pálapàla lórígun mẹ́rin ìlú Àbújá bí ayẹyẹ àjọ̀dún ọdún Kérésìmesì àti ọdún tuntun ṣe ń kan ilẹ̀kùn. Alákòjọpọ̀ ìròyìn Ilyasu Rántí Yakubu ròyìn wípé ọ̀gá Bàlá la ọ̀rọ̀ ọ̀hún mọ́lẹ̀ bí ó ti ń ṣe ìfihàn àwọn ọ̀daràn tí ọwọ́ bà ní ìlú Àbújá. Ó rọ gbogbogbò wípé kí wọ́n gbé ẹ̀wù ọmọlúàbí wọ̀ lásìkò àwọn ọdún àti síwájú sí i. Iléeṣẹ́ kan tó ń ṣe oore fún àwọn ènìyàn ti gbé ìwà rere rẹ̀ dé abúlé Karamajiji bí ó ti kọ́ ilé méjì ọ̀tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀ tó ní àwọn yàrá ìkàwé pẹ̀lú àwọn àga akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ tó ń lọ bí 30 fún ilé ẹ̀kọ́ alákọ̀ọ́bẹ̀rẹ̀ tó ń bẹ ní abúlé ọ̀hún. Alákòjọpọ̀ ìròyìn Amira Mohammed ròyìn láti ibi ayẹyẹ ọ̀hún wípé ilé-iṣẹ́ ọ̀hún nínú ọ̀rọ̀ mẹ́nuba ìdí pàtàkì tó mú gbé ìgbésẹ̀ ọ̀hún. Àwọn olùkọ́ àti àwọn akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ dúpẹ́ lọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀ fún àǹfààní ètò ẹ̀kọ́ tí yóò mú wọn ní ìfọ̀kànbalẹ̀ ní agbègbè tó rọrùn. Tó a ò rí jù báyìí lónìí o, títí ìwòye ọ̀la ní àṣẹ Èdùmàrè, oorun rere la ó sùn.